Hello and welcome to our video for the island of Huahine in French Polynesia. Hope you enjoy checking out the hiking that we do here. We are beginning our hike on Huahine. Just left the main road and beginning what's going to be a long climb up. Okay, we've gone up just a little bit and now we're at the first bend in the trail, or what might be better described as a four-wheel drive road. One of the few trails that is not overgrown here in French Polynesia. No need for bushwhacking on this one. A lot of shade and trees on this hike, but fortunately we also have a cloudy day. Ferns growing on this side of the trail. Very pretty, lush and green trail. Our first view, looking out at the lagoon. You can barely see it through the trees. There's a lot of overgrown tree branches up above. I don't think for instance, a Jeep could use this road anymore, but maybe something smaller. Lots of pine trees along the right side of this trail. I always have a hard time with the humidity on these South Pacific hikes, but we've gained about 600 feet in elevation. The trail is so beautiful. Nice day, nice breeze. Everything's going well so far. Another bend in the road right here. Check out the size of this tree right here. Very thick trunk and towers way up into the sky. There's a few really nice things about this hike, which I've done before 4.5 years ago. First of all, it's fairly easy, in the sense that up until the very end, or close to the end, the trail is quite wide and easy to follow. It's not overgrown, not anything challenging, but also This gets you into the interior of Huahine. So Huahine is known as the Garden of Eden, or the Garden Isle. And this gets you into the lush green interior to see some of the many plants and trees. And then lastly, near the top is a very large clearing with outstanding views looking into the lagoon. So the easiness of the trail, the lush greenery, and the views all combine to make this a great hike. And for the second time, we have a little bit of a lookout through the trees out toward the lagoon. First sign of wildflowers on the trail are these little purple flowers growing up here. Bit of a steep hillside dropping off there to the right. Bit of erosion on the hillside here. Drop some of these boulders near the trail. A lot of these flowers that drop down from trees are found along the trail. As far as wildlife on this trail, there's a lot of birds. Hear them all the time while hiking, and we're seeing a lot of skinks run across the ground. They're real small and thin, they run fast, so can't really capture that on this video, but we've been seeing a lot of skinks. So right here in the midst of this pine forest, I've reached 1,000 feet in elevation. There's not a whole lot left in this hike to get to the clearing where it would be a good idea for most people to stop. There's a nice breeze. I'm definitely hot and sweaty here from the humidity, but hike's been easy. So we've reached a little bit of a clearing where we can see across the ravine as we're hiking up. And we're starting to get a glimpse of the summit area not too far ahead. We are just about walking out onto the clearing. Perfect break spot. So we arrived here at the clearing. As you can see, there's just an incredible view looking out across the island to the north. And you can really see why Huahine is called the Garden Isle. Just so beautiful. So now I'm going to continue on to the actual summit. But for most families and groups, this is a good place to stop because it's totally safe up to this point and there's nothing really challenging. So going to the actual summit, the hike is going to get a bit rugged and narrow and challenging, which I'll show you up ahead. It's just been a really good day for hiking. Nice island breeze, cooling it down, and a lot of clouds. Sun is out right now though, which is also nice. Nice view looking out this way. Getting a bit harder. There's actually some bamboo growing up here, right near the summit. Okay, that was the view from the actual summit. Quite obscured by branches and trees and things like that. You can see right here it's a steep drop off, so anyone going to the actual summit, watch your footing. Make sure it hasn't been raining or muddy. Also watch out for tripping hazards, branches and roots. Back at the bamboo and heading down. Well, we just came down from the summit, finished our hike, and I just wanted to show you this view looking out. That is pretty much the summit ridgeline that we hiked up all the way to the top that you can see there in the distance. Quite an incredible hike. I've begun my second and final hike here on Huahine. The first part of this hike, which is at the north end of the island, heads up an old closed road that's overgrown toward a radio tower or antenna, and then it will get harder. There are several bends in the trail leading up to the antenna. Looks like vehicles definitely don't get through this old road anymore. Made it to the antenna. Let's check out some of the views here. So the first 450 feet of elevation lead up to this antenna with a couple great views in two directions. But now the hike gets a lot steeper and more challenging, and that's why I'm actually doing a solo hike. I felt it was a little bit too steep and challenging for the family, so I'm just taking it on by myself. An immediate steep step climb right after the antenna fence. A lot of rocks to scramble over. Just above the antenna, the views are way better than down at the base of it. The pine trees through this initial climb help keep it cool, provide some shade. This is some steep climbing and quick elevation gain on this hike. Up, up, up. The trail is now kind of skirting to the right side of the ridge instead of right on top. Here's a short section of switchbacks. The hike has gotten incredibly steep. Look what I just came up right there. Still continues steep. Oh, this hike is just super steep. I'm at about 900 feet in elevation right now, so I've done over 2/3 of the hike as far as elevation goes. But wow. Not easy. Just above the 900-foot elevation mark, the trail's finally lightened up a bit. Steepness is gone for the moment. Just a pleasant jungle walk. So as I get closer to the summit, so far in total 7 hikers have passed me heading back down. So that'll give you an idea, this is a fairly busy trail to run into that many hikers in an hour and a half. Wonderful cool breeze coming in off the ocean. There's some great views right here, but I'll save them for the summit. A little bit of a steep drop off here toward the top. So that was a little bit of a false summit bump. Got a little more ways to go. Not far. The terrain has definitely leveled off, but up here near the top, there are cliffs on each side. The trail kind of skirts around them, but caution is in order. Bit overgrown here. Wall of plants on each side. There are several really tall pine trees right at the summit. Only steps away from the summit now. Looking back, you can see how those pine trees tower above the rest of the brush on this last push to the summit. Whew. Really tired after 1,400 feet of elevation gain. Just steps away from the summit. We're about to see what kind of views we have. Okay, just about to hit the summit. The big question, was it worth it to do this hard, steep hike? Wow. It was worth it. You can see the entire southern half of Huahine. What a view. And this is the actual summit clearing right here. Nice place that's been cleared of brush. You can see out everywhere. That peak or bump straight in the middle, far in the distance to the south, that is the summit of the first hike that was done a couple days ago. Well, absolutely loved this hike and summit view, looking to the south across the island of Huahine. And now it's time to head down. So I'm going to put the camera away because it is very steep. Not going to show much, if anything, on the hike down. Challenging but rewarding hike.